Peace, everybody. This is Sue, Miss Baba, and Malik. And I just want to talk about something that happened about a week and a half. I was just messing around on the internet, just chilling, had a little bit of downtime. Don't get a lot of that, so I decided I wanted to listen to some hip hop. So I was online and I just seen this comment somebody made. Somebody said that Waka Flocka didn't turn into a lyrical rapper. And I thought it was a joke. So I clicked on the link and I was expecting a garbage song because I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't the biggest Waka Flocka fan in the past. I didn't think he was really a good rapper. So, I clicked on it, didn't expect anything, and then I heard the J. Cole Fire Squad beat, and then Flocka started going in on it. I was like, what? I was like really amazed. And he said a line on the little freestyle he did, something like, when we was young, we used to raise our hand and box on the block, but now we raise our hand and get shot by a cop. I was like, is Waka trying to spit a little bit of knowledge now? And then, it went on, one thing led to the other. I started listening to some of his recent songs, and he's really starting to spit a little bit of knowledge now. Now, he's not like a Mos Def or Kweli. He still say some ignorant shit from time to time, which is all good. But at least he gave me a variety now, and it seemed like he grew a lot as an artist. And my two co-hosts here, they didn't believe me at first. They said they needed to hear it, so I sent them the link, and I think they were just as amazed as I was. So I'm gonna let them give their initial thoughts on it as well. Miss Baba, when I first sent you the links of some of Waka Flocka recent material, what was your reaction?
Listen, you sent me the link, and then you told me that Waka Flocka is now like a lyrical artist or whatever. I did not believe it for once, and I told you, if you can recall, I told you that I just had to hear it first, because I wouldn't have ever imagined that or pictured it. But as you said, I did hit the link, I listened to it, and I was blown away. I was like, who is this dude? Like, he went from rapping songs like No Hands and Round of Applause, that's catchy, but there's really no lyrical premise to his older music, to Fire Squad, and I'm like, what? But all in all, I was shocked, but it was a good shock. Like, I know you mentioned Fire Squad, and that part where he said, we used to put our hands up and box on the block, now we put our hands up and get shot by the cops. That was, oh my goodness, that just blew me away, because that just shows, like you said, like it shows his growth, but then it shows that he pays attention to what's going on in society right now. He's making sure that he puts that out there for other people who happen to listen to rap music and things like that to be aware and more conscious of. So all in all, I think he's on the right track, and I think that it's only going to get better with time. At least I hope so.
Right. And we always criticize our artists for cooning. So we got to pay respect to artists that's going the other way right now. Yo, Malik, what do you think about this whole Flocka situation right now?
Well, when you first told me about Waka Flocka Flames, the only thing you said was, "Oh, he a conscious rapper now," and I thought that was the biggest joke of the year. And so I thought two things. I thought, number one, that you were lying. It's a joke. You doing an early April Fool's. The second thing I thought is, the older generation of black people and how they just in general look down on us. And so, especially somebody like Flocka with his No Hands song. So I mean, not that his songs weren't catchy, but they were the epitome of ignorance. And so they always look down on us, and that's the difference from the generation before them who gave the urban youth a chance. Even the ignorant amongst us, they gave a chance, to contribute to our communities. And so I definitely didn't want to be like them. So I was like, I'm going to give him a chance because everybody can mature, and everybody could be conscious. And it's ridiculous to think that black consciousness is not inside of a black man. So he's a black man. So, I thought maybe somebody put him up on some knowledge. He applied that knowledge and he produced the song. And so when I listened to 3 of his songs, not only was he dropping knowledge, he had some practicality, and then, you know, he had some plan of action, you know, some stuff about business and all this stuff. So it was all around he matured. You know, it wasn't about women. You know, of course he was bragging a little bit, but that's hip hop in general, is bragging. So I just, you know, I just wanted to give it a chance when I first heard it, but, you know, I'm really surprised, but then again, not surprised, because basically, you know, I definitely didn't want to be like Bill Cosby, for example. Because it's not like Waka Flocka looks different. Saw a recent picture of him, he looked like Waka Flocka Flame. So I definitely didn't want to be like Oprah and Bill Cosby and all these other elite blacks and a large percentage of church blacks and older blacks who look down on the generations to basically section them off so much that there's no hope for them to even want to be a positive part of our communities. And so I'm just glad that he's one of the ones that did get some knowledge, because he was one of the leaders of ignorance. I mean, so that was my initial thought.
Right. You bring up a lot of good points. Like the older generation looking down at the ignorance of the newer generation. And a lot of that ignorance is because the older generation didn't teach the new generation of the struggles in the past and why it's important and how they still discriminated against today.